Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dragon Ball Z. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
No, it's the 3 count.
Yeah.
I'm War Machine MJ. That's Mainstream Malcolm. We are the 3 count Mafia. And we're here today to talk about another rousing round of Smackdown and Raw. Raw this week was a bit on the weird side.
Yeah.
It's good, but it felt weird. We started the show off with Vince McMahon pulling up, with his limo.
Yep.
And then he tells the limo driver,
You just like one spot.
like he didn't even say anything. He's just
Yeah, sorry.
like he had over the top like arm movements.
Yeah.
Anyway, we cut away from him and Braun Strowman enters the ring. He's back. Grabs a microphone. Starts laying into Brock Lesnar, calling him scared, beastie boy. Basically this, that, and the other, saying that Brock Lesnar's scared of him. And Braun Strowman would be Universal Champion if it wasn't for Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
Out pops the aforementioned Corbin. He keeps spewing crap. Eventually, Strowman chases him around.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin hides somewhere backstage as Braun Strowman flings one of the Singh brothers. I think it was Who Gives a Fuck Singh.
I forgot which one.
I can't keep up, and I don't see why I should bother. Anyway, then Braun Strowman passes by Elias, who is kind of singing where Baron Corbin's at, saying that he's in Vince McMahon's limo. So, Braun Strowman pulls out the driver, busts up a couple of windows, rips the door off the damn hinges, and Baron Corbin pops out on the other side. Corbin runs off, Braun yells at him, turns around, and then there's Vince just...
That was $100,000.
They cut the commercial with them just stand there.
Just like, just stand there.
Just like shaking heads, like they're trying to talk.
Yeah.
Come back from commercial and you see Braun Strowman trying to put the stupid door back on the limo.
Yeah. It's not gonna work, bro.
Well, Braun, I'm gonna have to find you $100,000 for that limo. Then Braun says, 100,000? This piece of crap ain't even worth 100,000. And so Vince says, yeah, you're at the Universal title scene. How you like that? Yeah.
Yeah, you're out of here.
Braun gets pissed, and he flips the limo. End scene. Braun Strowman's out at Royal Rumble.
And then he left the stadium, the arena.
Yeah, he got... security had to guide him out.
Yeah.
Next up, we had our women's tag team match, Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax and Tamina.
Yeah.
Sasha controlled like 85% of this match.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ronda got in at the last 15%. Sasha made, I think it was Tamina tap out.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, made Tamina tap out.
Yeah.
Then there was a in-ring interview where I think it was Charlie who was interviewing both Ronda and Sasha.
Yeah.
And Ronda proceeds to, put her foot in her mouth.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then just keep proceeding to jam the damn thing down her throat. Because she kept throwing shade at Sasha while trying to praise her with some shady-ass backhanded compliments.
Yeah.
So, that continues in the ring. Sasha tries to walk away. Ronda stops her on the ramp, tries to, to get her cool down. Sasha walks off.
Yeah.
Ronda chases her again to the stage.
Oh, God.
Same thing over. They go backstage, commercial, come back from commercial, and both of them are arguing with Bayley and Natalya, holding them back respectively.
Yeah.
And then both Ronda and Sasha leave. So Bailey and Natalya are saying, oh no, she's worse than her.
Yeah, she's pretty much fighting.
Yeah. And out pops the Riot Squad. Saying things aren't so cherry between you guys. Find a friend to take us on, whatever. So we come back from commercial, and yet again, it's the Revival taking on the Lucha House Party.
Oh, dear God.
The Revival win by kicking, it was either Kalisto or one of them, kicked their foot off the rope.
Yeah,
So they got the shady win. And speaking of the Revival, apparently they have asked from their release from the WWE.
And possibly go to AEW.
All Elite. All Elite Revival. That'd be a cool name. All Elite Revival.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a nice name.
Anyway, then next up, we had Vinnie Mac coming to the ring. Should point out that during the Revival Lucha House Party match, there were interviews going on as for random ass jobbers who were trying to get Braun's spot at Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah, that's why I forgot about that.
Because we had Kurt Hawkins there. We had
Heath Slater and Rhino.
We had somebody else. Then we had...
No way Jose just came through with the
Oh, yeah. Came with the conga line.
Yeah.
Because we had EC3 there. He was just...
Hey. Pretty much standing there just like, yeah, I'm here.
He just lugered it, just...
And now,
didn't say anything. He just, hey guys, happy to be here.
Yep, just cool to hear.
Except for he didn't have a mullet and a puffy shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, Vinnie Mac comes down to the ring, and before he can get his words out, da 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 da, neon highlighter. John Cena comes out there, says, Vince, I know what you're going to say, but I've delivered and delivered and delivered. Let me be in this match, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And before Vinnie Mac can say anything, out comes Drew McIntyre. John Cena doesn't deserve to be here. This is my time. His time is up. My time is now. Blah, 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 blah. Then out pops Baron Corbin.
That douchebag.
Basically saying, now that I've run Braun Strowman out of town, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then out pops my boy Finn Balor.
Finn Balor.
He's saying, you know, I've been overlooked. These people believe in me, but you, Vinnie Mac, don't believe in me. And Vince says, well, you know, Finn, the reason why I don't believe in you is, look at all this meat in the ring. All this meat. Meat. Yeah, meat. Yeah. He says meat like continuously.
Yeah, you said that?
Yeah, he said meat.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
I'm just like, Vince, are you trying to say that these guys are heavyweight, or are you just gay? Or are you hungry?
All three.
Could be a cannibal.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Oh, it was Apollo Crews that was interviewed. That's who else.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Anyway,
That'll be a squash match.
Vinnie Mac made a fatal four-way for later that night. Come back from commercial, and Jinder Mahal is pleading his case with Vinnie Mac. He's like, "Hey, let me be in the fatal four-way." Vince says, "Okay, pick one guy. You beat him. You get his spot."
Oh, he's like, Finn Balor, I got it.
Yeah, he said Finn Balor. Mm-hmm. So that match would have happened later on. Next up, we had Bailey and Natalya and their partner taking on the Riot Squad. And their partner turned out to be Wifey Cross, who now is an actual wifey.
With that guy.
That guy. After you botched his name once. Killian Dane.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Anyway,
I was afraid I was about to do it again.
Dillian Kane.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Nikki Cross, Bailey, and Natalya won. No surprise there.
Yeah, no surprise.
Next up, we had Balor versus Mahal.
Mahal.
And no surprise here, Finn Balor won.
Of course.
Next up, we had a triple threat for the Intercontinental title match. Dean Ambrose defending against Booty Lashley and Seth Rollins.
Booty Lashley.
This was actually a pretty good match.
It was good.
But in the end, surprise, surprise, Booty Lashley is the new Intercontinental Champion.
Booty Lashley.
His first ever Intercontinental title reign.
Yeah, he never had one before.
Oh, the poor thing. Anyway, speaking of titles, next up, we had another reversion back to the Attitude Era, where a PA walks in on Alexa Bliss trying to get changed.
All right, yeah, I saw that.
And she's just covering her twins.
Oh my God, get out of here.
I can't believe that video got 8 million views on YouTube.
Well, I mean, it's obvious. It's Alexa Bliss pretty much covering her tits.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. You're right, because yeah, some of these losers think there'd be a little bit more exposure online.
Even though it's YouTube and it's WWE and it's not Pornhub, you ass. It's not Pornhub, okay? Calm down.
Anyway, we had Moment of Bliss. She started Moment of Bliss off by revealing the new women's tag team titles.
They look okay.
They look alright. Maybe they're just one of those things we'll get used to.
Yeah, they look okay.
I will say this, though. They do look different. They're not like the Universal and the women's title that look exactly like the WWE title. So I'll give them points on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Alexa Bliss's guest on Moment of Bliss was Paul Heyman, who did the usual Brock Lesnar shtick.
Mm-hmm.
And then out pops Otis Dozovic of Heavy Machinery.
Just out there, just being Otis.
Acting like a Jack Black.
Yeah.
Making weird shit. And then Alexa said, well, we called for a moment of bliss, not a moment of Dozovic. Or Otis. That's what it was, a moment of Otis.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Next up, we had the Fatal 4-Way for the Universal #1 contendership. Between Finn Balor, John Cena, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
And surprise, surprise, my boy Balor won.
Yeah.
Of course, Cena with his obvious spot calling. Apparently, when Finn pinned him after the coup de grace, Cena could be heard yelling, while he was being pinned, heard yelling, "How's your leg? How's your leg?"
Nigga.
Dude, you're supposed to be knocked out cold. You're not supposed to talk.
Damn it, Cena. This is why I'm cool with Cena, but I just
I'm tired of you, Cena.
Just want him to get the championship so he can break the record and just go on. So let him do it.
Yeah, just let him do it. Anyway, speaking of Cena, post-match, he gave his props to Finn.
The usual stuff.
Yeah. All of these people believed in you. Well, you know what? You got one more. Pug. That's how we ended Raw.
Okay.
Next up, starting with Smackdown. We started this show off with The Man.
I like, at first she came out, came through, saw New Day and,
she pulled out of her rental. And she was immediately interviewed by Kayla, I think.
Yeah, Kayla, yeah.
Anyway, The Man told Kayla, it's like, why am I doing an interview here when I could say what I need to say out in the ring? She walks a good bit ahead, turns around, flings her keys, and yells, "Catch." Then she passes by the New Day.
And New Day and Heavy Machinery.
Yeah. Dozovic busted out this disgusting shake.
Ew.
It was milk, tuna, pancakes, and straight eggs. No crack, no yolk, just egg.
Makes my stomach want to hurt again. God damn.
And Dozovic took a sip of it and went, yeah, 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 yeah.
Sick fuck.
And when they do the camera change, like they panned over to New Day, they swap the pictures out with something a little bit more safe. And they cut back to The Man, who takes a healthy swig of whatever the fuck that was and just looks at Dozovic and says, weak.
Weak.
Yeah. We should also mention that Smackdown was just up the road from our house.
Oh, yeah, in Birmingham. Yeah.
Yeah, they were at the Legacy in Birmingham.
Legacy Arena.
I'd love to go to Legacy, but I don't want my tires getting taken.
Yeah, because it's in the bad spot.
Yeah. Anyway, the man comes out there, and she just basically, starts running down Asuka, all this, that, and the other. Asuka comes out there, starts running down the man. Now pops the Iconics. So, we get an impromptu match where Becky Lynch defeats Peyton Royce. Asuka gets in the ring, starts yelling in Japanese, which is intimidating yet sexy at the same time.
I know, right?
Calls out Billie Kay, and before they go to commercial, she drags Billie Kay to the ring, and Asuka beats Billie Kay.
Yep.
No surprise there. There was a backstage segment where the Usos were in a photo shoot.
Usos.
I can't say that about them anymore.
No, they're good now.
They're too good.
Yeah, they're too good.
Anyway, where Jimmy gets what he thinks is a scandalous anniversary present from his wife.
Well, you're wrong, man.
Something raunchy. It was like, I'm a naughty girl, lock me up in the Uso penitentiary.
Yeah.
There was roses and a hotel card, but it was sent to Jimmy by Mandy Rose.
Mandy.
Later on in the show, Sonya Deville's trying to talk Mandy Rose out of doing this.
Yeah.
To no avail. Then, even later on in the show, Jimmy shows up to the hotel room. He's telling Mandy, he's like, stop this before you catch hands. Just stop. And Mandy tries to get a paparazzi to take a picture of Jimmy, make it look like Jimmy's trying to commit adultery.
Yeah, it's pretty much set him up.
And Mandy's just like, well, you know what? I don't really want you. I just want to stick it to Naomi. How would your wife feel about those pictures being seen of you with me?
And she looking good in that lingerie, whatever it was.
Yeah. So Jimmy's just like, my wife, huh? My wife. Walks out. And then pops in Naomi. And Mandy Rose gets that look of, it was at this moment that I knew I fucked up.
And then she got fucked up.
Yeah. But ultimately Mandy won the hotel room brawl.
Yeah. Because
she threw Naomi over a chair. That's how that ended.
Yeah.
So. But next up on the show, AJ Styles pops out, hops into the crowd, goes to the concourse.
That's all he did.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck you doing?
He cuts a promo saying, Daniel Bryan, who the hell do you think you are telling these people what they can and can't do? They worked hard for their money to buy our concessions, to buy our hot dogs. I'm not going to tell them any different. Who wants t-shirts? Who wants hats? He says, who wants hot dogs when he got ambushed by Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
And AJ won the scrap by putting Daniel Bryan through a table that had hot dogs on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Food dropped on the ground always depresses me.
Yeah, because it could have been eaten.
It had so much potential.
But then you put it on the ground.
I especially find pizza dropped face first on the ground to be really depressing.
Oh, fuck. That's sad.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Anyway, next up, we were supposed to have Mustafa Ali versus Samoa Joe.
But Joe just said, fuck you and fuck it all. I'm going to beat Mustafa Ali's ass.
Yeah, he beat the hell out of Ali. And props to Ali, he can sell the shit out of a beatdown. Especially where he gets flung into the pole.
He sold that shit hard.
Oh, he sells that, like, out of nowhere. So, Joe beats him up, turns around to walk off, comes back, beats him up some more, turns around, walks off, beats him back some more, and walks off.
Yeah.
Basically, he's trying to make a statement before he enters his first Royal Rumble. Next up, we have quite possibly what is an early candidate for Match of the Year. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade.
It's just Andrade now.
Yeah, Vince has gone back to the one name.
Yep.
And if you don't know what that's like, just see Rusev and...
Apollo.
No, he's still Apollo Crews.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, they changed it back to Apollo Crews.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was Apollo at first, but then...
Yeah, they changed back to Apollo Crews.
Okay.
But yeah, see Alexander Rusev or Antonio Cesaro.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, this was a good ass match. Like they slammed on the gas, slammed on the brakes so many times, and my favorite spot from the match was Ray going for a head scissors takedown. You know, trying to throw Andrade outside. Almas hangs on to Ray. They get to the outside. Almas swivels Ray around and just plants him with a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That was so good. This match, oh my god.
It was a great match. I loved it.
It was. The ending to this match saw Ray go up top for a high move. While the referee was checking on Almas, Vega got up on the ropes, shoved Ray off, and El Idolo won. So, I'm not mad at that finish. Maybe we'll get a feud between these guys.
I'm not finished. Yeah.
You agree, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Okay.
It's not finished yet.
Anyway, next up we had the main event, which was the Miz's Bestie Birthday Bash. Try saying that 3 times fast.
I can't.
For Shane McMahon. I had a hint. I had a sneaking suspicion that this was going to be like Festival of Friendship, but it wasn't. It was silly, but it was fun at the same time. Those Jordans look nice though.
Yeah.
Anyway, the bar came out there, interrupted the bash, which led to an impromptu match between The Miz and Sheamus. And The Miz won. Pretty short in-ring episode of Smackdown.
Yep.
It's mostly backstage stuff.
Fuck.
But yeah, as of this recording, because we mentioned it earlier, the Revival have apparently asked for their release. Mike and Maria Kanellis. I'm not sure if to go with their real name or kayfabe, so let's just go with kayfabe.
And Dolph Ziggler might be thinking about it.
It's rumored that Ziggler asked for his release. Only thing we know about Ziggler as of late is apparently he and his brother own their own Pro Wrestling Tees merch shop.
Oh, damn.
So, we don't know about Ziggler. He could be all elite. All elite.
It'd be nice to see him over there and get utilized once.
I mean, they're not doing anything with him.
That's the problem with Dolph Ziggler. They don't have anything doing for him. They never really have anything going for Dolph Ziggler.
They get him on a good enough roll, and then it's just like, okay, we're done with you. Bring in the next one. Go away, Dolph. Bring in the next one. And they teased, oh, Dolph's gonna leave. Dolph's gonna stay. Dolph's gonna leave for so long. Yeah, because there was even one point where it was rumored that he was going to join the Bullet Club.
It never happened.
Never happened. Anyway, but yeah. So yeah, All Elite is gaining traction, and apparently Vince is scared, or rattled at least.
Yeah, he is scared.
Because there have been like to existing talents. Basically, they can earn double what they're getting paid if they stay.
Yeah.
And how many people are gonna want to stay?
Not a lot.
No.
AEW's like, we're gonna pay a lot more, and then men and women gonna get paid the same way. And it's gonna be great. Health care. It's gonna look good.
Yeah.
It's great. You gonna love it.
Well, I mean, the video I saw about how they're getting paid, it's just going to be divvied up like, if you're in a certain card class, like pre-show, low card, mid card, upper card, you know, that's going to be your pay rate.
Premium deluxe, Uber deluxe edition card.
Yeah. It's just like, it's the different tiers, you know. You got the pre-show, your opener, your middle card, and then your main event.
Okay.
That's how they're going to get paid. It's just men and women, if they're at those peaks, are going to get paid that exact amount.
No matter what tier they're in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, depending on the tier they're in.
Yeah.
It's just there's going to be no discrepancy between men and women.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sign top tier.
I know there's only so much talent they could sign for AEW, but you know, former WWE stars actually thrive in the indie circuit now.
Always.
I mean, just look at
Cody,
Pac,
Cody Rhodes.
Cody, Pac. It's not just WWE stars. It's also Impact stars. Because look at the Young Bucks. Morrison, yeah. Well, okay, Johnny Impact.
Well, yeah.
Or Johnny wherever the fuck he's going.
I still don't know where he's going.
No, like that's his naming scheme.
Really?
It depends on where he's going.
Yeah.
Because he's Johnny Mundo in Lucha Underground. Johnny Impact on Impact. He's even Johnny Blackcraft for Blackcraft Pro Wrestling.
Oh my god, that don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. Johnny Blackcraft?
He could be Johnny Elite.
That's a lot better.
It sounds like an action figure.
Sounds like some crappy action movie character.
Johnny Elite.
It does. Oh my god.
Johnny Impact is Johnny Elite. Well, he already made his like spoofy action movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot you did that.
It's like Something the Bounty Hunter. It's like really campy, but it looks great. I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's going to close out our Raw and SmackDown recap. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to this motherfucking channel so you can keep up to date with all of our 3-count activities.
Please.
Yeah, because coming soon, it's already recorded, I just need to upload, but we're going to be uploading our review of TakeOver Blackpool. We're also going to be live streaming, and you know what? YouTube pissed me off with our last live stream, so you know what? Fuck them. We're going to be taking our next live stream, which is TakeOver Phoenix. We're going to be taking that to Twitch.
Yeah, YouTube lately just been trash, honestly.
Oh, they shut down our stream.
Really?
Yeah, because apparently we voided copyright with WWE for playing their match.
What?
When all we did was pick up the audio.
Yeah, that's weird. Go on YouTube. You stop playing, man. Stop bullshitting us.
And they didn't shut it down till the end of TakeOver Blackpool.
Damn. The fuck?
Yeah, we're going to be taking it to Twitch. All future live streams are going to be on Twitch. I need to start our Twitch channel.
I know I got a Twitch account.
We just said Twitch 5 times now.
Twitch.
And YouTube doesn't like when you mention other websites.
Twitch! Yeah, that's right. YouTube.
You.
YouTube used to be good, but now you're just sad and about to die out. So Twitch, everybody now is gonna go to Twitch now, no matter what. Now
Make it rain on Twitch, because YouTube ain't even paying us. Anyway.
they never did, honestly.
No, because we don't meet certain thresholds. Yada yada yada.
Now, if it was the old YouTube, we would have made money by now.
Oh yeah, we would have made money by now, because we have like almost 100 videos up.
But this YouTube now is trash. It's complete bullshit.
I will give them credit on one thing. They've basically stepped up their policy because of the recent Bird Box challenge.
Yeah, oh my god, that stupid ass challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now if it's child endangering, it gets shut down immediately.
Just nope.
And I mean, the only endangering thing we've done on this channel was paint his chest.
Yeah.
Which we might do it again.
No, wait.
No, I'm just playing. Anyway, yeah, subscribe to this channel. We're going to be doing a live stream of TakeOver Phoenix on Twitch. Stay tuned for what that channel is. We're also going to be doing a live stream of the Royal Rumble. 30 men, 1 winner. Outdoor stadium. Hopefully it rains.
Yes. If it rains, I swear to God, I'm going to love this shit.
Oh, it's going to be so good when they get down to the Royal Rumble and everybody's slipping and sliding. Titus, World Slide. Anyway.
They're all gonna be sliding like hell, dude.
Oh, it's going to be so damn funny. It's going to be tragic if somebody gets hurt, but it's going to be so damn funny. What else? We're still working on our review for Wrestle Kingdom 13.
13, yeah.
13, there we go.
13.
Anyway, yeah. Me and him still got to go back and finish watching Omega Tanahashi.
Yeah.
That was a good ass match, even though it came in for the last 5 minutes.
God damn.
Anyway, we're still working our way through our vintage review of WCW World War III.
Oh, God damn.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's terrible. Like, oh my God.
It's terrible.
It's so uncoordinated and unorganized. It's ridiculous.
Huh, like us.
Ah.
Anyway, yeah, that being said, I am War Machine MJ. He's Mainstream Malcolm.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.